Hello lovelies, welcome to this yoga flow for absolute beginners. Maybe you're someone that is worried about starting yoga because you feel it's a little bit intimidating. Well, rest assured, because I'm going to guide you today through some of the basic postures that you'll need to start yoga. Don't be worried, because I'm going to give you variations to start really simple, maybe options to increase it a little bit if you're feeling a little bit spicy, but you will need absolutely nothing, just yourself and an open mind. So when you are ready, we are going to start in a child's pose. So come into the back of the mat, toes together, either knees together or knees slightly open towards the edges of the mat. Pull your hips back to your heels. If this isn't possible for you, you can maybe place something soft under your hips, like a cushion or a block. And then lower down all the way maybe onto your forearms, or bring your chest, forehead, all the way down to the mat. Come into your extended child's pose. Starting here with a few breaths to just settle into your body and to your mind. So take a big, beautiful breath in through your nose and exhale through your nose. Beautiful. Breath in. Exhale, let it go. Feel your body begin to soften. Take one more breath in. And exhale, let it go. Nice. And return to your normal breath. Today you are joining me on the beautiful island of Phuket in Thailand, so enjoy the sounds of nature, the wind, the birds, the water, as you rest here for a couple more breaths. If throughout this practice you're feeling a little bit tired, maybe you need a rest, then you can always return to this child's pose. Alright, let's begin to move. Slowly push your way up, and we are going to come to tabletop. So knees under your hips. Bring your hands under your shoulders. If you are somebody with sensitive knees, again, you can maybe pop something soft under your knees, or come in with your knees onto the mat. Let's go through cat-cow, warming up the spine. So inhale as you drop your chest, arch your back, gaze forwards. Exhale, round your spine, push your back and your shoulders up away from the floor. Tuck your chin to chest and tuck your bum under. Again, arch your back as you inhale, open your chest. And then exhale, round and push up. Beautiful. Just go with your own breath. Enjoy that movement between your spine and your abdominal muscles, releasing any tension in your shoulders. Good. Go for one more round. Beautiful. Then come to neutral spine. Untuck your toes. Cross your ankles over one another and pull your hips back. Come in to sit onto the mat with crossed legs. Again, if you're someone who struggles with your knees or sitting in this posture, which I know can be quite difficult for some people, you can always pop something under your hips, like a cushion, to give yourself a bit more space. You can also pop something under your knees, or you can sit with your legs out if that feels more comfortable for you. So wherever you're at, keep your spine nice and long. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then as you exhale, drop your left palm to the mat and reach over to the left side with your right arm for a side body stretch. I'll show you from this angle. So feeling a nice stretch all along that right side body, keeping your right hip on the mat, gazing up. Option to stay up on your hand or lower down to your forearm if this is accessible for you, but absolutely no pressure here. Take a beautiful breath in. Exhale, let it go. Nice. On your next in breath, we're going to go back to center. So push yourself up, inhale. And then as you exhale, take it over to the other side. Find that nice lengthen through your side body and breathe into your ribs. Go in deeper if you wish. And then on your next in-breath, push your way up. And then exhale, release your hands down. Bring your hands to your knees and just give your shoulders a couple nice rolls back. Nice and slow. Maybe you want to close your eyes to enjoy the movement a little bit more. Nice. And then take your shoulders forwards. Good. And then make your way back to that tabletop that we started in. So on your hands and knees, again, pop in something soft under your knees if you wish. Maybe you want to roll the mat over to bring it under your knees as well. That's an option. And then once you're here, keep your spine nice and long. Extend your left leg back to the back of the mat. And then lift your left leg into the sky and point your toes. Try to keep your lower back nice and long. We're not trying to arch or round the back. We're just keeping it neutral. Maybe this is good for you to stay here. Or if you want a little bit more, take your right arm forward. Reach forward with your right arm. Imagine that there is a nice long straight line all the way from your fingertips to your toes. Good. Hold it for one more breath. And then exhale, release both arm and leg down. Beautiful. Maybe wriggle the hips a little. Good. And then when you're ready, let's go the other side. So right leg extends to the back of the mat. And then lift your leg high as you point your toes. Be mindful of your lower back. Engage your core. And then option to stay here or left arm reaches forwards. Maybe if you're struggling with balance here, you can try to tuck your back toes. One more breath. And release. Beautiful. We're going to do the same thing, but add in a little bit more to the core here. So extend your left leg back. Lift your left leg high. Point your toes. Options to stay here or right arm reaches forwards. When you're here, you're going to bend the knee and the elbow and bring them together. Knee to elbow, round your back, chin to chest, crunch and squeeze. And release. We'll go for 3 more. Knee to elbow. Squeeze. Release. 2 more. Last one. And release it down. Nice, shake out the hips. Good, you can do this, guys. Let's go to the other side. When you're ready, right leg back, right leg high. Stay here or left arm forwards, balance. Knee bends, elbow bends. Let's bring them together for 4. Extend. 3. Good. 2. Last one. And release. Shake out those hips. That is working on the core. So if you do struggle with your core, that is a beautiful exercise to do, and also for your balance. Let's go to downward facing dog. So tuck in your toes, keeping your hands firmly spread. So spread all 5 fingertips, nice and wide. Push through your palms, and then slowly and mindfully lift your knees off the mat, just by an inch. And then keeping the knees bent, push through your hands to send your hips high towards the back of the mat. And we're keeping the knees bent, pushing your chest towards your thighs in this downward dog variation. Keep your spine nice and long, really push through those fingertips. Imagine you've got yellow fingertips, you're pushing through them that hard. The goal here is to keep a nice long spine and try to push your shoulders down rather than scrunching them up to your ears. If you're comfortable here, stay here. If you want, you can slowly start to straighten one leg at a time, so we're pedaling through the legs. Pushing towards the heels, towards the ground, pushing your chest towards your thighs. Just do whatever feels most comfortable for you. If you're happy to stay still, if you're happy to stay with your knees bent. And really breathe here through your nose. Enjoy that stretch through the back of your legs. Nice. Then find stillness here. We are gonna bend the knees, take your gaze between your hands, and then we're gonna step to the top of the mat, just between the hands. Nice big step. When you're here, keep your knees slightly bent, chin to chest. Let's roll all the way up to stand. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, bring your palms to heart center. Beautiful. I'm going to guide you through sun salutation. So standing at the top of the mat, feet spread hip width distance, nice tall spine. Roll your shoulders down and back. Let's go nice and slow. So inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, we're going to fold from the hips, bend the knees, bring your body all the way down. Hands come down to the mat. When you're here, take your hands to your shins, straighten your legs, bring your spine up halfway, flat back, and gaze forwards, halfway lift. Take your hands down to the mat. Step your right leg back, step your left leg back, come into high plank. Strong through your shoulders, or if you want, you can drop your knees. Wherever you are, hold it for one breath. And then let's make our way down. So drop your knees if you have them up. Then bend your elbows to bring your chest down to the mat. Nice and slow. Chest and chin come down, bum stays high. Then untuck your toes, bring your hips down to the mat. Push through your hands to bring your chest up to upward dog. Arms stay straight, chest is open. Gaze forwards. Try not to slump into your shoulders, but push your shoulders down, chest forwards. Beautiful. Then pull your hips back towards your heels. Tuck your toes and find your downward facing dog. Again, with bent knees if you need. Nice. Breathe in through your nose and let it go. One more in breath. Exhale, let it go. And then keeping your knees bent, gaze towards your hands. Let's step to the top. When you're here, inhale to halfway lift, hands on your shins, spine comes up halfway, gaze forwards. And exhale, fold forwards, bent knees if you need. Chin to chest, let's roll all the way up, nice and slow. Inhale, reach your arms high. And exhale, bring your hands together, hands come down to your heart center. We'll go for one more round, sun salutation. So, nice tall spine, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forwards from your hips, bend the knees if you need. Halfway lift as you inhale, hands on your shins, flat back, gaze forwards. Hands come down to the mat. We're going to plank. Step your right leg back, left leg back. Drop the knees if you need. When you're here, knees come down, bend your elbows, bring your chest and chin down, bum stays high. Hips come down, push through your hands, chest up, upward dog. Good. And then pull your hips back, find your child's pose. So toes together, knees together or apart. Hips come back to your heels, forehead rests on the mat. Beautiful, take a few breaths here. You've made it this far through, you're doing amazing. Nice big breaths. Good. Let's make our way up. So push your hands, walk your hands in towards your body, bringing yourself up. And we're going to release the legs out to come and sit on the mat with the legs extended in front of you. We are going to fold here, so release the glutes to the sides to make sure that both hip bones are firmly rooted on the mat. We're going to keep the legs straight. Maybe if you need to micro bend, you can. If you have tight hamstrings, that's absolutely fine. Keeping your spine nice and long, roll your shoulders back. Take your arms high as you inhale. And then suck your belly in, fold from your hips. Bring your belly to your thighs, chest to your thighs. Either take a hold of your feet with your hands or bring your hands to the mat. And don't apply any pressure here. Just let the force of gravity take you as deep as you can go. Again, knees bent if you have tight legs. Slowly straighten the legs if you can, but no pressure. Again, just know where you're at today. There's always time to work on these postures. You don't have to get everything perfect. Let's take a few nice breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. And then use your hands to slowly push yourself back up. Shift your hips forwards. And then take a hold of your knees and make your way down onto your back. Slowly rolling down, bringing your knees into your chest. Head relaxes on the mat. Squeeze your knees and slowly roll from side to side. Nice. Keeping your knees bent where they are, you're going to take your left hand over both knees, left arm over both knees. Slowly guide your knees to drop to the left side of the mat. We're going to twist here. So knees come down to the mat, and then your gaze and your right arm go towards the right side of the mat. Spinal twist. Try to keep your right shoulder as close to the mat as you can. Maybe if you need to lift your knees up a little bit higher, that's absolutely fine. Just see where it feels most comfortable for you in this spinal twist. Slowly and mindfully bring your knees back to center. Let's take it to the other side. So right arm grabs a hold of the knees, guides them to the right side. And then left arm and your gaze go to the left side. Couple of breaths here. Slowly bring both knees back to the center. Squeeze your knees into your chest and bring your chin to meet your knees. Squeeze into a tiny little ball. Squeeze all the tension and then gently release the legs down to the mat. Take your feet to the corners of the mat. Rest your head, rest your arms, let go of any tension. And we're going to enjoy a minute of Savasana. So please do not skip Savasana. This is one of the most important postures in the whole of the yoga flow. This is where we rest and reap the benefits of the effort that you've put into your practice today. So gently close your eyes. Let go of anything you're holding on to. And relax. Slowly begin to move your fingers and your toes. Bend both knees and then turn onto the left side of the mat. keeping your eyes closed, use your right hand to push your weight up and meet me in a seated position on the mat. Whichever you feel comfortable with, cross legs, legs out in front of you. Just make your way there. Then when you're here, take a big breath in as you sweep your arms up to the sky. Palms to touch together and bring both hands to heart center. Gently open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was easy to follow. I hope you felt good in this practice. If you did enjoy this yoga for complete beginners, I have this video which you can check out next to take the practice just that little step further, where I'll guide you through low lunge, high lunge, and a few more basic postures to add to your yoga practice.